Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to make a bracelet today, and I'm going to use some of the products that came in the most recent Potomac Beads Treasure Edition subscription box called Twilight Bloom, the one for November 2023. I'll put a link in the corner of this video and in the description box below to the unboxing I did for this subscription in case you want to watch it, where I go into a little bit more detail about everything that came in the box and how the subscription works and all. And I'll put a link in the description box below that will take you to the page on the Potomac Beads website where you can read about both of the subscriptions and subscribe if you're interested. The one I get is the Treasure Edition. They also have a Kit Edition, but that page will tell you about both. I'm using the 4mm Potomac Crystal Bicones in Light Rose AB. And I've got one of the Topaz Light Apricot Full cut buttons that came in the box. I've got the 3mm Potomac Pearls in Rose Gold. These are some 11-0 Duracoat Galvanized Light Champagne seed beads that came in the July box. It was called Gilded Glamour. These are some 15-0s that I had in my stash that I got in a Potomac box many years ago. They're called Sparkle Peony Pink. And I've got one of the size 12 Bead Tech beading needles that came in last month's Potomac bead box that I'm going to use. And I've got my cutters that came in last month's Potomac bead box that I'm going to use. And I'm using my 6-pound Fireline in Smoke. I might have used white or the crystal color with these, but I don't have any in 6-pound, and I'm going to be going through these beads a lot, so I thought it would be better to use 6-pound Fireline and a size 12 beading needle. And I'll be using my flat nose, or my chain nose pliers to flatten my thread so I can get it through the eye of the needle. I think that's everything. I'll put links in the description box to everything I can find links for. So hold on and I'll get some of these beads poured out and I'll be back. Okay, I've got some of my beads poured out here, and I'm just going to be working with my 11-0s to begin with. And this is just simple right angle weave, and I'm going to embellish it a little bit before we're done. And I put a stop bead on my thread here, and I'm leaving about a 7 or 8 inch tail, enough to put a needle on and sew in later. And I would just start with whatever's a comfortable length of thread for you, because you're definitely going to have to add thread to this before we're done. And I've got 8 of my 11-0s on here. I'm going to go up through the first 2. I'm going to be making some right angle weave boxes with 2 beads on each side of my box. So I'm going to go around this first unit again. I won't be reinforcing all the units, but some of them I will have to get that box shape. And I'm going to be going back through them a lot, so they will eventually get that box shape anyway, but some of them are just so loose that you have to go around them another time, especially with this thinner thread. Okay. Well, I've lost track of which way my thread's going. I'm going to try to make this look like a 4-sided box. And sew around here until I'm coming out the side opposite my stop bead. So there's my little 4-sided box with 2 beads on each side. Now I need to make another box just like this, and I've already got 2 of the beads I need, so I only need to pick up 6. So I'm going to pick up 6 of my 11-0s. Coming out the top of these two, I'm going to go on the bottom. And I'm going to flip it over because it's easier for me to sew away from me. And I'm going to go up these two beads here, and these two beads on this side. And I guess I'll go around it all because it doesn't look much like a box here. You don't really have to reinforce this much. Like I said, I'm going to be going back through all these beads again, which will make them look more like a box, but I kind of wanted these first few to look like a box so y'all can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to sew around here until I'm coming out the two opposite the two I started in. So that's my little four-sided box again. Now I need to make another box. I've already got two, so I just need 6 more. Coming out the top, I'm going to go on the bottom. I'm going to flip it over so that I can sew better. I'm going to go around these beads 2 at a time. I think I'll just not go around that one all the way again. I know it's kind of hard to see, but that's my four-sided box. And like I said, when I make my next row, I'm going to be tightening that up. So now I need to make another box next to this one. So I've already got 2 of my beads. I just need 6 more. A 7th one tried to jump on my needle there, I think. That's 6, yeah. I'm coming out the top of those 2 beads. I'm going to go on the bottom. And I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to go up these 2 beads here. And these 2 beads. And now I'm going to make my next box with 8 beads. I'll pick up 6 more beads and go into these 2 from the bottom. And I'm just going to keep doing that until I have the length of my bracelet that I want, minus my clasping. I've measured it, and it's going to be probably not hardly 1.5 inches. So I'll probably make maybe 6 inches, or maybe a little more than 6 inches. And then when I come back, we're going to do another row up the other side. So when I get all that done, I'll be back. Okay, I've got a little bit over 6 inches here now. And I'm coming out this bead here where I made my last box. And normally I would pick up 6 beads and make another box, but I'm not going to do that because I want to make another strip up this side. So to do that, I'm going to go up these 2 beads. And now I've got 2 beads. I need 6 more to make a box on this side. So I'm going to pick up 6 more of my lebanos. Coming out the top of these 2 beads, I'm going to go in the bottom. Circle around it. Now I'm going to go around these beads 2 at a time. Till I'm coming back out those 2 I started in. Which were these 2. Now I want to make a box on top of this box and next to this box. I've already got 4 of my beads. I've got 2 for my bottom and 2 for my left side. So I need 2 for the top and 2 for the right side. In order to get up there where I need to be to put those in, I'm going to have to go up these 2. And then I just need to pick up 4 beads. And I'm going to go in these two beads right here in order to make my little box. I'm going to go back up these two beads here. And across these two beads on the top here. I'm not going to go around this whole box again because I think I'll be alright just going back through these two. And don't get hooked around my whole entire piece. Okay, now, again, I need to make a box next to this box and on top of this box. I've got my left side, my two beads for my left side, and my two beads for my bottom. I need two on the right side and two on the top, so I just need to pick up 4 more. And I'm already in the position I need to be in to put them in because I'm coming out the beads on the side. It'll alternate each time. So now I'm going to go down these two beads to make my box. And I'm going to go back through the two beads that are the bottom of my box. And the two beads that are the side of my box. And the two beads that are the top of my box. And I believe I'm going to have to go around this one again because see, it's really loose there, so I'm going to go around the whole thing again. I'll go down these two beads, across these two bottom beads, up the two beads on the right, and across these two beads on top. Now I need to make my next box. I've already got 4 of the beads. I've got the left side and the bottom. Just need the top and the right side. But in order to get in position to put those in, I'm going to have to go up these two beads. I'm going to pick up, I just need 4 more beads. So I'm going to pick up 4 more beads. And I'm going to go in these two beads to make my box. And I'm going to go across these two on the bottom. Well, I pulled it out. I went the wrong way. This was the way I come through to begin with. I got lost there. I need to go up these two beads. And across these two beads. And now I need to make my next box. I've got my 2 for this side. Pull them out there so you can see them. Got my 2 for my left side and my 2 for my bottom. So I just need 4 more. So I'm going to pick up 4 more beads. And I have to go down these 2 to make this box. And I'm going to go across these 2 on the bottom. Because we always have to sew at right angles. I'm going to go up these 2. And I'm probably going to have to go around this box again because it's probably going to be loose. Yeah, see, every other box like that is going to be loose. So I'm going to go around it again. Until I'm coming out these 2 on the top here. Now I'm going to go up these 2 to make my next box. I'm going to pick up 4 more and make my next box. And I'm going to keep doing this until I have a strip next to this strip. And then I'm going to make a third strip, just like I did this second strip. And when I get 3 strips of right angle weave done, I'll be back and we'll do some embellishing. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got my length that I want now with all 3 rows of my boxes. And when I made this first row and I didn't reinforce it every box, I should have, because when I came back up with my second row, these first row of boxes didn't tighten up like I thought they would. I had to go around and go back around them again. I think it's been a while since I've done one of these bracelets, and I think when I did one before I used 8-pound fire line, and I probably didn't have to do that with the 8-pound, but using the thinner thread I had to go around and reinforce every little box. And when I did that, my bracelet tightened up and it shrunk up, and I lost about a ½ inch of my length. So I had to sew on some extra boxes at the end here. So if you're using 6-pound fire line like I am, you probably want to reinforce every little box as you go so that it's not loose like that, and you don't have to go back around the boxes and reinforce them and end up losing some of your length like I did. So now I'm going to embellish here, and I've got some of my little pink 15-0s and my 3mm Potomac pearls. I'm going to pick up a 15-0, a pearl, and these little pearls have very tiny little holes, so it takes me a minute to pick them up. Maybe more than a minute. There we go. And another 15-0. And I'm coming out these 2 11-0s where I made my last little box. I'm going to go diagonally into these 2 11-0s. And put my little pearl on there like that. And I'm just going to do that again. A 15-0, a pearl, and a 15-0. I'm going to go diagonally, go into these 2 11-0s. And I'm going to do a 15-0, a pearl, and a 15-0. And go diagonally into these 2 11-0s. So I'm going to do that all the way down this side, and then I'll come back and we'll start the middle section. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got my row of pearls on here now, and I'm coming out these 2 11-0s here where I put on my last pearl. I'm going to sew around until I'm coming out this box here. So down the middle I'm going to put my bicones. So I'm going to flip it over to the back so I can see better. And I'm just going to go down these 2 11-0s. And these 2. These 2. And across these 2. Now I'm going to pick up a 15-0. And a bicone, and a 15-0. I'm coming out these 2 11-0s. I'm going to go diagonally into those 2 11-0s. And you just have to be careful not to get caught around the pearls you've already put in there. Now I'll pick up another 15-0, bicone, and a 15-0. I'm going to go diagonally into these 2 11-0s. I'm going to pick up another 15-0 bicone and a 15-0. Go diagonally into these two 11-0s. So I'm just going to do that all the way down the middle, and when I come back we'll put on the button. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got my bicones down the center now, and I'm coming out these two 11-0s here where I put my last bicone on, and I've picked up, I'll put my button on now. I picked up 3 15-0s, an 11-0, and 2 15-0s. Now you don't have to do this with 15-0s if you don't want to. You can do it with all 11-0s. I just want to get some of my little pink 15-0s into my clasping part, but you don't have to use 15-0s if you don't want to. So I'm going to go into the bottom of my cut button. Now I'm going to pick up a 15-0 an 11-0 and a 15-0. And you can, again, you don't have to use the 15-0s. You can use 3 11-0s if you want to. 3 15-0s would probably work. Now I'm going to go down the other hole of my button. Pull my thread through there. Tighten it up so that no thread is showing. Now I'm gonna loosen it up a little bit here so y'all can see. I'm gonna pick up 2 more 15-0s. I'm gonna go down this 11-0. Just hold on to my button and tighten my thread down. I'll probably have to do that again. I'm going to pick up 3 more 15-0s. And I flipped it over to the back here just so that I can see better what I'm doing. And now I'm going to go into the other side of these two 11-0s that I started in. Now I'm going to pull it all up tight. So that puts my button on there. Now I'm going to go around all this 2 more times. And then when I get that done, I'm going to sew over here to the other row that's empty. And I'm going to put pearls all the way down this row. And then when I get to the other end, we'll make the loop to go for the button to go through. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got all my pearls down my other side now. And I realized after I got them done that I've got, see if I can find my pointer here. I've got these pearls slanting different than these pearls, which is not exactly the look I was going for, but it'll be all right. I'm not going to take it out, but they're slanting different than these pearls and these bicones. So I'm going to put my loop on for my button to go through now. So I've got 3 15-0s, 1 of my bicones, and 33 15-0s. Now you can do this with 11-0s. I just want to get the 15-0s to show a little bit of that pink some more. I think if you do it with 11-0s, I think it's 26 or 28 11-0s that would go around the cut button. It's been a while since I've done a bracelet with a cut button, and I always just have to test it. I put about 25 or 26 on there and test it, and if that's not enough, put a couple more. But I think it's 26 or 28. But I've got 33 of my 15-0s. Now I'm going to go back through my bicone. And I'm going to pick up 3 more 15-0s. I'm going to go into the other side of these two 11-ohs that I started in here. So that's what I've got for my loop. Now I'm going to go around all that 2 more times. And then when I do that, I'm going to go back through and end off my thread by doing 3 half-inch knots. I always flip it over to the back and do that because it's easier. And when I get done, I'll come back and we'll see what I've got. So I'll be back. Okay, there's my bracelet made with some of the products from the most recent Potomac Beads Treasure Edition subscription box. Get it up here so y'all can see it better. I know these colors are hard to see. I tried to put this blue mat down thinking it'd be easier to see them against that blue mat, but I don't know if it helped or not. There's my button and my loop. Let's put it together here. That's what it looks like put together. It's really not a hard bracelet at all to make. It takes some time, but it's really not hard to do. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description box below to the page on the Potomac Beads website, the subscription page that tells y'all about both subscriptions and how it works and all, and where you can subscribe if you decide you want to. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope you all have a great day. Take care.